Hey Pretty people, welcome to Indie Swad. Have you heard about Aviri Kudumulu? It's a traditional recipe from Andhra cuisine known for its enormous health benefits and was my grandma's signature dish. Today, I present the same Aviri Kudumulu with a contemporary twist as prepared by my mom. The best part is, we can make 3 variations of these steamed cakes with just one batter. To know the super benefits of this superfood, keep watching until the end. For the batter, take around 200 grams of urad dal, also known as black gram, 100 grams of ragi seeds, and 100 grams of sorghum. First things first, let's add some water to these millets and lentils to wash them thoroughly and remove any dirt that might remain. Washing them twice or even thrice is better because we don't know what kind of additives might have gone into them. Here, after ensuring that my lentils and millets are pretty clean, I'm going to add some more water and let them soak for around 8 hours or say overnight. Guys, soaking is considered to be the best practices that could be incorporated into your cooking because it helps in breaking down phytic acid, which blocks proper absorption of iron, zinc and calcium. It also helps in proper absorption of these minerals and helps in easy digestion. Now that our lentils are soaked well, they are ready to go into the mixer jar to be ground into a soft and nice batter. As you can see, our batter is ready now and has got quite a fluid consistency. Ensure that the batter isn't too tight. I'll just keep it aside while I prepare my idli rava. Take a vessel and add 300 grams of idli rava. Pour some water into it and wash it properly. Once you are done washing, take the idli rava into your fists, like hold it firmly in your fists, and then drain the excess water that might remain and add it to the batter that we had kept aside. You got to continue to do the same thing until you add the whole idli rava to the batter. So now we are going to mix the idli rava and the batter thoroughly. Well, you can use a ladle or a spoon, like it's your choice, but my mom prefers to use her hands. There is a saying that one must see, smell and feel the food before tasting it, and I think the same goes while preparing the food too. So here our batter for Aviri Kudumulu is ready. We can either use this batter instantly or allow it to ferment for say 1 to 2 hours. Since we had some time at hand, we allowed it to rest for 1 hour. So now you can see that the batter has already risen a bit. This is when it has fermented, and so I'll add some salt to it and gently stir it with a ladle. So once the salt has mixed properly, the batter is good to go. You can use this batter just like this, but I added some scraped coconut because I like the crunch that it gives. Actually, coconut is something that goes into all of my food. Most of the times I cannot do without adding coconut to my food, and that is when my family members say, yeah, like you have to have coconut in everything, right? Now that the batter is ready, I'll show you how to steam the kudumulu in the traditional way. You have to pour some water in the vessel and cover it with a clean muslin cloth. Secure it well around the edges by tying it with a rope or an elastic band also would do. Light a stove and keep the vessel on it and let the water boil. Once you feel the steam on the cloth is coming out, take a ladle full of batter and pour it on the cloth and spread it well. So here I have taken the plain batter for the basic kudumu. Once I'm done spreading it neatly, I'm gonna cover it with a lid. So here I'll allow the kudumlu to steam for 5 minutes on high flame and then on low flame for 6 to 8 minutes. It is already steamed. If you're a beginner, you can use a toothpick to prick and see if it comes out clean. Well, mine is cooked well. As you can see, it's coming out pretty neatly on the spatula. So now I'll make 4 partitions of this whole kudumu. Like practically because I don't want it to break. So guys, you can see it's pretty nicely textured and grainy inside. Since we have steamed them, we need not worry about losing on any vitamins, nutrients and minerals. This method of cooking helps in retaining more flavor, texture and color. So our kudumulu are perfect and ready to be served with some nice chicken curry. It's just heavenly and a must try for you all. For those who prefer to have a sweeter version, take some plain batter into the vessel. Add some jaggery to it. Of course, it depends on the amount of sweet you would like to have. Also add some liberal amount of coconut scrape. You can add some salt to it because that will give a nice flavor to this. And yep, mix it properly. Like mix it so well that the whole jaggery is distributed properly and you can just feel the sweetness even in the batter just when you taste it raw. So our batter is ready. And now of course we are gonna put it the same traditional way that we did previously. But if you think the water has receded and if you feel your vessel is light, you can pour some water from on top of the muslin cloth and then dab it using a dry cloth just to ensure that there is no moisture sticking to it. So now I'll take a ladle full of batter and pour it and try to make small idlis with free hand. Of course, there's no hard and fast rule that you need to have a particular shape, so you can just try whichever shape you want. Now we'll steam them the same way, like for 5 minutes on high flame and then 6 to 8 minutes on low flame. And here our sweet kudumulu are ready too. So guys, just try them because these are really yummy and you want to have them again and again. It's not just me saying, but I think you all should try it. So since the smaller ones were done, I also try to make a bigger one like I did for the plain kudumu. So here I have poured this and spread it into a bigger one. So the same steaming process goes in, and after 10 to 12 minutes, this is gonna be out and ready to be served. So you can have it with some honey or you can just have it plain. It is going to be tasty any which way. So here my sweet kudumulus are ready and I have stacked them with some coconut sprinkled over them. Now for the third and final version, we can take some plain batter, add a tablespoon of cumin seeds, half teaspoon of pepper powder, finely chopped carrot and green chilies, 2 tablespoons of chopped coriander leaves and mix the batter well. While adding salt is optional, with so many vegetables, the flavor is bound to come anyway. So yeah, here our third version of the batter is ready. And what do we do next? Of course, spreading it on the muslin cloth and steam them, right? So while I'm setting up these kudumulu, I would like all my new viewers to go to my channel, subscribe it and press on the bell button for more amazing content. By the way, the contents in this batter are as amazing as the content on my channel, because the ragi in this, it provides you with essential amino acids that help in treating anemia and helps maintain heart health. The sorghum or jowar, it has antioxidants which helps you reduce inflammation. So here's my nice, spongy, spicy aviri kudumu with steam for around 10 to 12 minutes is ready. You can see that it did not even stick to the spatula, and so I'm gonna plate it and enjoy it with some real yum coconut chutney. Ta-da! So here you saw 3 different ways of making kudumulu with just one batter, a much needed recipe in today's fast-paced lives and a very healthy one at that. So for more such delicious and healthy recipes, stay tuned to Indie Swad. Love you. Bye-bye.